It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bills and the Jets on Monday night.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, we talk about the phrase last but not least. That qualifies here. It's the final game of week 1 and one of the most anticipated debuts around these parts in a long time. All eyes on the new number 8, Aaron Rodgers, making his first start as a New York Jet.
And think about it, wearing number 8 despite a gracious gesture from the retired number 12, Joe Namath, to wear that number. Aaron Rodgers going to make his own way wearing his college number. And you're right about how anticipated this is. The Jets believe he's the piece to get them to the playoffs and possibly the Super Bowl.
A new era begins here at MetLife Stadium. The Bills and Jets underway to close out week 1. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the 4-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He fights him off. Able to get away. They let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have the first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Cook running right. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now Wilson changing the play. Cook. will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And now it's blocked. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Escapes the defender. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Back to throw, Hall. He'll buy some time right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs.
They got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. Throwing here is Hall. Steps away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 6-0 our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping it? Personally, I'm I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if we can heat up again.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Hall. Flushed out right. And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field, but normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
Yeah, a little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And New York set to take the field.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And the drive starts with a completion left side. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 120 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Throwing is Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. And now it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll roll him out right. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Staying on his feet, flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's
accelerating, and off he goes. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now Hall. Out to his left. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And some strong running. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. To the 43, second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down movement. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. Breaks a tackle. Still going. They can't stop him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Cook up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets it up past the 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Hall on 1st and 10. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Hall steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense for me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on it and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Hall on 1st down, rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hall. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Being chased out left. Incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Sam Martin now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Here's Hardman to return. Oh, good move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second down and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. On the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for the Giants, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.